Welcome to On the Couch. I'm Maria Valaskatzis.
I'm Kundai Vera.
So today we're going to talk about something that's very interesting, and I think there are a lot of people struggling with this at the moment.
Okay.
Dating whilst being a single parent. So here's my take on this, all right? You get married. Sometimes you don't get married. Sometimes you just have a child with somebody out of wedlock. Most of the time, I hope that people have babies in wedlock, and then it doesn't work. So you go your separate ways, and you've got to take care of this kid. I just feel that at a certain time between the divorce to you dating again, there needs to be a gap. There needs to be a space where the child comes to terms with the fact that either mommy and dad is not together again, or my mom and dad is not together again, and there is that emotional stress that kids go through that we must be cognizant of.
Could be a loss.
It could be a loss, you know. So I wouldn't say as soon as your partner is no longer there, you jump into another relationship, because one, you have to find yourself. Two, you have to bond with your child in a way that is very different to when there are two parents involved. Now suddenly you become a mom and a dad to the child, even though maybe the other parent is active in their lives. As a single parent, you will know that you immediately take on the role of mom and dad.
Well, I had to kiss my daughter before I came here. I don't think most dads do that.
Why?
Because, I don't know, I never saw my dad kissing my sisters.
Do you think it's a culture, like a cultural thing?
Maybe.
It could be, like...
But so I do things like, she's started to show symptoms of becoming a woman.
Okay.
So I have to be sensitive about that with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know her mother notices, but she lives with me, so I have to consider how I treat her and talk to her about that kind of stuff.
Yes, the way... I think that's another topic for another day. I have stories for life on this topic, but actually, let's stick to this one, okay? We will always want to find companionship.
Yes.
Okay? Doesn't mean that you're a single parent, that you have to curl up and die. Okay? You have needs, you need a companion, you can't always be there for your...
I like that you say we have needs.
No, you do. You want to have a companion. You can't talk to your kids about, certain things in life. You can't
Like what?
about if you are having a certain type of day at work, you want to talk to somebody that is actually old enough to have a glass of wine with you and have that conversation.
What if your child is old enough to have a glass of wine with you? Does that mean you're also exempt from needing companionship?
No, you need a cuddle and a hug, and you need to watch Netflix, with somebody.
You need to have Netflix and chill.
You need to have Netflix and chill, right? But it is the timing. Would your child be comfortable with you introducing a new person in this relationship?
Okay, so the discussion has gone from whether or not you should date to when you should introduce it to your child.
Whether or not you want to date as a single parent is completely up to you. Nobody can tell you you have to date or you don't have to date. Don't ever let society dictate to you what is right for you. Only you know what that is. But if you just do decide to date, understand that the timing is everything. Okay? Firstly, before you even introduce anyone to your child, you have to know that person in and out. You have to know everything about that person.
So I have a story.
Yes.
I won't say who, you know who, but I was friends with someone who decided they wanted us to date.
They decided.
Well, I wanted to, but I wasn't ready. And I said this explicitly.
Okay.
So this friend rocks up at my house. I live alone with my son at this point in time. And this is after I had, split and all that stuff. So we kind of like it's just me and Nathan in this small little house, a small little 2-bedroom. And she rocks up, then she comes with pizza because she knows my kid's there. So she can't just rock up empty-handed or whatever. So I was busy making dinner, and then she's like, no, don't make dinner, I'll bring something. And then she rocks up with pizza. And the minute, because he had never really seen her in that light, but the minute she walked in with the pizza, he knew what was up.
Yeah, kids are perceptive.
He knew it. So he looks at her, then he looks at me, then he looks at her, and he's like, I don't like pizza. Which is a lie. Which is a complete lie.
I've seen him eat pizza.
He loves pizza.
Yes.
But it was just that very moment. And then the next month, his mother was like, oh, so your son says you have a very pretty girlfriend. I was like, okay.
Yes. But like you see, timing is everything. Before you even introduce, understand that there are cruel people in this world. And if I like you, okay, and I know you have a kid, and I know that the kid is important to you, what am I going to do?
You're going to be nice to the kid.
I'm going to be nice. And maybe I don't even like your kid. Maybe I don't like kids in general.
In general.
But for me to get to you, I need to play the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is the scary part about dating in that situation, because you don't know if people are pretending just to get with you.
Of course people are pretending. The dating game is a whole pretend game. Until you get what you want, and then suddenly the masks fall off, and then you see a different person, you go, who's you?
So I've had dynamics where kids don't get along.
Kids of partners. Yeah, you see, this whole blended family kind of situation.
So what do you do in that situation?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because I believe for there to be a happy home, everybody must be happy.
But kids will not, my sisters hated each other for half their lives. They were mean to each other. They used to kick each other. They used to fight, physically fight. It would be 3 a.m. and someone kicked the other one in the face or something. I was just like, yo.
Okay, but then the dynamics are so difficult though, because, okay, you bring this blended family together. Do you scold your partner's kids? I mean, the kids.
If she's naughty, if he's naughty, if she's naughty, yeah, I almost called them.
The kid will just be like, excuse me, you're not my dad.
I'm beat you.
Yeah, no.
I don't play that game. What do you think this is?
And then your girlfriend will be upset because you beat her kid.
If she gonna be upset, then we gonna have a problem. Why are you bringing a bratty child that does not behave?
But you see, it's such a difficult thing.
No. This is a whole nother discussion. This is a whole nother episode. But I will just let you know, ain't no kid coming in my house and not following the rules. Doesn't matter if it's my cousin's kid, my sister's. Everybody knows. If you come to my house, you behave.
Of course you have to behave, but everybody raises their kids differently. And
no. Okay. When my children come to your house, they behave. If you say we don't play with that, we tell the kids, we don't play with that. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
That's how it works. You get to someone's house, you find out what the rules are, where the boundaries are.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's keep the discussion right.
I'm just you got me worked up. I'm a big kid. I'll play that.
So should you date? I say yes. I still say timing, and I still say do your research on this person, because the last thing you want is to leave your child alone with somebody, and then somebody that you think you trust.
Also, here's what I think is important, right? I think it's important to not wait too long for your kids to see that person. The reason I say that is because kids will know.
Oh, of course. Kids always know.
Kids will know if this person is genuine or not.
Yes.
And the minute the kid sniffs it out, so you know when you was gone to the shop. Like this is what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you must have those confrontations and those situations because there's no way you're going to live with children and they're going to be perfect angels. Not happening.
Okay, so I have a question. Okay, so you have a kid.
Yeah.
You find somebody that doesn't have a kid. Okay. The person wants to be with you. Okay, and you want to date and you're both attracted to each other and life is good. But that person doesn't want to have kids or doesn't really, it does not like your kids, nor does she like your kids.
She's just like whatever.
Yeah. Do you stay in the relationship?
It depends on how she treats the kids. So whether or not you like kids or not, at the end of the day, it's how you treat kids. Because even people who like kids can have abusive tendencies.
Oh, yeah.
So at the end of the day, it boils down to what actually happens within that situation.
Okay.
And judge it from that. You can't judge it from principles or assumptions or whatever. It's like by principle, you don't want to have kids. Cool. But doesn't necessarily mean you hate kids.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. But I just think that if you are a single parent and you want to date, you know when the timing is right. If you don't want to date, don't date. Don't be forced into having a relationship with somebody that you don't really want to have, but just because society looks at you and go, oh, shame, you're single. Why are you single? You're so pretty. You should never be single. No, you be single.
There's ways to date without involving your kids.
Yeah, there are ways to date without. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, do what makes you happy.
Okay, that's what you said to me a couple of weeks ago.
Exactly. And are you happy?
I'm okay.
Hey,
I'm okay.
I want the truth right now.
I'm not doing this with you.
He's happy. All right. Bye.
Peace.
You're happy.
Go away.